Let's talk about starting at 20 years old and retiring by 30. Hey, what's up guys? Today we're gonna be talking about how to start at 20 years old with $0 in your bank account and retire by the age of 30 years old. So in this video, I'm not gonna be telling you guys to buy any kind of course or make you guys buy anything. This is what I have been doing and what I'm gonna be doing until I'm 30 years old. So I don't really wanna retire when I'm 65 years old, with a bad back. I could barely walk, and I'm guessing that a bunch of you guys that are watching this video right now want the same thing. You wanna retire before you're 65, and if you can, in your 30s or before 30 years old. So today I'm gonna be giving you guys a step-by-step plan. It has 3 major factors in it to be able to retire by 30, or if you're already in your 30s, you'll be able to retire 10, 15, or even 20 years early. So if you wanted to retire at 65 years old, you'll be able to retire, at 40, 45 years old instead. A crucial habit in order to be able to retire by 30 years old is being able to cut expenses. So the first step in order to be able to retire by 30 years old, or if you just want to, shave some time off your retirement if you're already in your 30s, is being able to track your money and seeing what you're spending on everything. So you have to see how much money is coming in, how much money you're spending on stuff. If you like going to bars every weekend, if you like going to McDonald's every weekend, you got to be able to see how much money you're spending there. And there's a bunch of apps out there that you'll be able to track all your finances. So most of them you have to pay for, but because I'm cheap as hell, the one that I suggest to you guys is called Mint. And with Mint, everything is completely free. You have to link your bank account. It tells you how much money you have in the account and how much money you're spending on everything. So if you go to bars, every Saturday because you just love it, and at the end of the month you realize you spent, let's say, $2,000 just going to bars, you'll be able to track that down and cut your expenses of it. So it's a really good tool that you guys could use. And on top of that, with Mint, on the top right corner of the app, there's your credit score. So I know there's a lot of websites out there or companies that charge you just to be able to see your credit score. So if you guys download this app, you really won't have to do that. But the only issue with it is it's about 10 to 20 points over what your real credit score is. So let's say it says your credit score is 750, you take off, 10, 20 points, and that's your real credit score. So it's always a bonus to have. And at the same time, you'll be able to track your finances, see how much money you have, see how much money you're spending on everything. And obviously there's the main expenses that you have just in order to live. So obviously there's gonna be your rent, there's gonna be your hydro bills, and there's always gonna be the food that you need to pay. But instead of going out every weekend, to McDonald's, you love these fancy restaurants, instead of doing that, try to go online and type frugal meal prep plans, and you guys will save a bunch of money just being able to make, cheap meal plans and some food at your own house. So instead of paying, $15 for a meal, you guys will be able to create these meal prep plans for, $1 to $3 a meal, which is awesome. So that would be the first step and first habit in order to be able to retire by 30 years old, or just to be able to cut some time off your retirement. And that's cutting expenses. So if you guys do that at the beginning, you guys will be so much happier in, 2-3 years when you have your own place, and you'll be able to, realize that the money that you're bringing in is so much more than the money that you guys are spending on everything. And Mint is a great application to do that. The second step that you guys have to do in your 20s or your 30s, depending on how old you are, to be able to retire, whether it's, shaving 10, 15, 20 years off your planned retirement, you guys have to find how to increase your income. And obviously you guys could always find a second job out there that is going to pay you. Let's say you're working minimum wage. Over here in Canada, it's about $13 an hour. If you find another one, you doubled your income right there. But if you find something that you really like doing, so you have a scalable business that you try to grow, it won't grow overnight, but if you guys like something, whether it's social media marketing, if you want to start your own business, if you just love Instagram, you want to become an influencer, if you want to start a YouTube channel, there's all these things that you guys could do in order to increase your income. And the only way you guys will be able to retire by the time you're 30 is drastically increasing your income, because minimum wage won't cut it. I can tell you guys right now, the only people that are able to retire by 30 years old is, first of all, if you're a business owner, so you created a crazy business at 22 years old, it blew up, you sold it for, $300 million, and now you're set for life. That's one option, but I didn't do that, and I'm sure a bunch of you guys that are watching this didn't do that at all. So there's that, and then there's also trust fund babies, so people that received a large sum of money throughout their young age, and they'll be able to, use that money in order to not work in the future. So, use that money to be able to buy some real estate, put that money in stocks, and then receive that steady cash flow. Some of them still work, but then there's also some that receive such a large amount of money that they don't have to work anymore in their whole entire lives. So that's another option that's out there. So business owners and also trust fund babies are people, that we don't really count in the equation because, if you get $300 million at 22 years old, you're not really part of the norm and we don't really count you in that. So one main key factor in your 20s or 30s, depending on when you're watching this video, is being able to increase your income. So try and find something that's scalable. So something that you're able to grow over the years. It won't happen overnight. And as long as you like it and you don't mind working at it, you could do it as a side hustle during your current job, during your studies right now. As long as it's something that you like, that you could grow on the side, you'll be able to do that and grow it at the same time as you're, building yourself up. As long as you guys are trying to increase your income, no matter what it is. So just try to find something that you enjoy doing and don't mind doing in your free time, that you could just, grow on the side while you're doing your other stuff, whether you're in school, whether you're, working a full-time job. You guys could start this and be able to grow it on the sidelines. You start it off as fun, and then if it grows and it takes off, you keep on going with that. But I know a guy that does painting right now and has his own little crew. He's making over $100,000, over 6 figures by painting. I'm not trying to diminish the job, but it's just painting walls in people's houses. Obviously, there's a lot of work that goes into it, but he's making a lot of money just from that. So if you guys could find something that you enjoy doing, just do that, as long as you're able to increase that income of yours. So try and find something that will bring you that benefit, that will bring you that extra source of income. Let's talk about the last and probably the most important part in being able to retire at 30 years old. And if you're already 30 or 40, at least being able to shave some time off your retirement. And that's knowing how to invest your money. So I'm not a financial guru, I'm just some random guy on the internet, and I'm not gonna tell you guys where to invest your money, but I'm here to help you guys. There's a lot of options out there, whether it be stocks, there's stocks that have dividends, where if you want that steady cash flow throughout the year, you could always do that. If your heart just wants to go into real estate, go into real estate. There's different options out there that obviously have different risks, but as long as you're getting a positive return on your assets, then go do it. So don't just stuff all your money inside a mattress. Make sure that you're getting, 5-10% return on your money. Make your money work for you. Like that, in the long run, you'll be so much happier and you'll get that benefit throughout the years of having invested that money and let it work for you. So, at the end of the day, it's always going to be your guys' decision, but investing your money is a great option, especially to grow your money and being able to retire earlier than you want. I know some people that have gone inside the stock market and have lost thousands of dollars. So just be smart about it. Do your own research. Don't just buy something because, someone told you that it's going to 4x or, it's going to go up 600% in the next week, because most of the time it doesn't happen. And, if you guys have questions, I'm always going to be here to help you guys. So, leave them down below in the comments, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you found any value in this video. I really hope that, you guys will take these tips and hopefully implement them in your lives. So I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I'm planning on doing it up until I'm 30 years old. So let's all see how it works out, and hopefully it'll all work out for the better. So that's it, guys. So we talked about cutting your expenses is number one. Then after that, finding something to be able to increase your money, whether it's finding a second job or creating your own business, finding a scalable business that's going to be able to grow while you're doing your other stuff in the meantime. And then third, we talked about investing your money, which is probably the most important, especially with the market right now. There's a lot of good deals out there. So that's it. Hopefully you guys found some value in the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.